is still waiting for his first.
Oh, he's in the back.
Switzerland, the Netherlands started every game at this World Cup, including one at the back line. He is 1 of 2 at risk of missing the semi-final. The other is Granit Xhaka, who frankly the Swiss cannot afford to be without. The only change from the marathon match against Colombia is Shubro So's inclusion ahead of Ishari. And Embolo, always the go-to man for goals in this Swiss team. It has been a deeply sad day for football with the news that reached us earlier about the tragic passing of South African international Jaden Adams, who was just 25 and played in 3 of his nation's games at this World Cup. There's a deep sense of loss felt across the football community, but particularly in Africa. And we are sending our love and support to all of Jaden's friends and family. There's Murray Yakin, who exudes calmness, the Swiss head coach, and will be hoping some of that rubs off onto his players tonight. The 100th game at this World Cup, only 4 to go beyond this. And very possibly, one of these two will be in New York, New Jersey 8 days from now, in the match that matters more than any other on the globe. So whose name is going to be the last one into this year's tantalising semi-final lineup? The Argentinians are the greatest artists of them all, the street-smart Switzerland. Argentina with the winning colours of 2022, the light blue and white, the Swiss wearing the red. And for the right to play England in Atlanta on Wednesday. The Kansas City is noisy, but it's also a hub of nervous anticipation as well. Argentina for the first time. This is Zakaria who fired it back towards the Argentinian 6-yard box with purpose. Before he nudges over Alexis Micalo. Well, Brad Fiedler, nobody in here really knows what to expect, and such is the beauty of this game that we love, we don't either.
I think Switzerland's going to be a little bit cautious defensively. They definitely don't want to go goal down. They know the brilliance of for Argentina. What we just saw on the first action of the game for Switzerland is Joyce a handful, and he's going to cause Molina from there at the ball on that side some issues with his pace. And they'll try to look to feed it Bolo. For Switzerland, I think it's paramount that it's a halftime 0-0 or even go up a goal. But this is not going to be an easy test for Argentina, as some may think.
The comeback against Egypt has already been done to the 14-minute miracle. I think most were preparing the Argentina victories. Those on the pitch in Atlanta certainly won't. But they probably do need a win that carries assurance tonight. People are to believe that this is going to be their year again. And Ricardo Rodriguez, one of the stable members of this Swiss side now for many years. He goes to Gregor Kobel, who was one of the heroes for Switzerland in that round of 16 win over Colombia. His big penalty save from Cucho Hernandez, which has ultimately put their squad here in Kansas City tonight.
Yes, and a magnificent game. We have 2 of the tournament's best on display, Martinez and Kobel. Expect both of them to be busy at times this evening.
Just required to shift himself out of his area. Rodriguez is sent to the right by Alvarez. Will be on the goal hunt tonight. Julian Alvarez, he has watched in our Messi score time and again, including the hat-trick he scored inside this stadium. Well, he is still yet to get off the mark himself. Switzerland tonight, very much liked by Murray for the high press that he provides the energy to the Switzerland team.
And the energy by so, I think those two are going to be integral to them getting chances of being able to play in transition when they win the ball.
Sensation. 3 goals, 2 assists. Again, but he's not able to recover from his injury to play this evening, having missed that Colombia game as well. Take it back and read out into Switzerland. Rina. So is there. Headed away by Martinez.
So far, Switzerland is dictating the possession and the press. And they're surprising Argentina in the early stages of this match.
Very good. I thought they were just smart.
Zacharias cross with the deflection, missed by Micalo. Over the top by distance from Xhaka. Presents itself for Micalo's Argentina. To win it from here, they need to conquer anything and everything European.
They have a couple of monumental tasks ahead of them if they want to lift the trophy, but they've got one right here in front of them. The way that Switzerland has positioned themselves, the way that they've set up, and the intent. The Swiss team is set up to win this match. Not to just be almost semi-finalists.
Perhaps encouraged by the fragility that Argentina have quite readily shown in their last couple of games. Tagliafico now. Brilliant. As Messi doesn't have too many touches of the ball tonight, but the ball will tell you when he's on the ball. Molina. There to sweep it away. Messi. McAllister. Argentina corner.
It is remarkable. Lionel Messi hasn't touched the ball yet. The first 2 times he does, he creates 2 chances. You see 4 Swiss players trying to get around Lionel Messi. The problem with that is other players are going to be open if he does elude you.
Messi hat-trick here against Algeria, the first World Cup treble that he never scored in his career. And it is Messi's ball which came through, and prior a Swiss head, it will be another Argentina corner.
Yeah, he hits these with such precision. Very difficult when the runs are good to defend against it. Bolo just gets enough on the header.
Lionel Messi is on or near the ball, is definitely. Messi's called out.
Switzerland were just getting in the groove. They thought they started the match well, which they did. Argentina, they had no attacks the first time. Messi gets an attack and creates 2 chances. The first corner was inches away from being perfect. The second one is perfect. Tremendous service, tremendous run, tremendous timing, and an even better glancing header by Micalo.
His first goal of this World Cup. Messi the provider. Micalo with the end products. And what you meant to be big start. And they are, so to say.
Yeah, this is exactly what Switzerland did when you have to chase a game against this Argentinian team where Lionel Messi and then you're going to have to open up at some stage and Messi will find openings.
Goal the fastest for Argentina so far at this 2026 FIFA World Cup. The 10-minute mark from Argentina's number 20. Provided by Argentina's number 10. All the digits make sense. Pressure from Alvarez. We're reacting like classic for the thinking space all of a sudden, the Switzerland head coach.
That was a little bit silly. He's going nowhere. It's on the halfway line. I don't think you need to clatter into him like that.
There is the FIFA Secretary General, Matthias Kraftstroman, alongside him, one of Argentina's greatest campers.
What's going on? Oh, you got to hear me. I thought y'all could have.
That confidence Switzerland showed in the early moments of the match have evaporated just a little bit with this Argentinian goal.
You'll note the black armbands tonight as well, Argentina. Players remembering Antonio Latin, who died at the age of 89. Tall, tenacious, commanding midfielder in his days. Legacy of Boca Juniors is like few others. He spent his entire playing career there, won 5 league titles in his homeland. And he represented Argentina at 2 World Cups as well, including 1966 when he captained the national side and wore the famous number 10 jersey. Leading on their own powers of recovery, behind for the first time in this FIFA World Cup. In fact, they were the only team that went through all the qualifying and indeed up to this very point tonight before Alexis Micalo's goal, having not been behind in any
character they can show going 1-0 down against one of the world's elite.
Say this week very lucky, but there is nothing better than having a chance to play the world champions. It has been clear that they are vulnerable. Well, it doesn't feel that way right now. Alvarez is beaten to it by Kanji. Medina. What a pop out of the sky. Poke the ball towards Messi. Rodriguez being hounded in all directions. And Messi comes away with it from Argentina. Might have just lost his balance, but the nature of Micalo's tenaciousness wins it back temporarily. This is enjoy.
Very good counter pressing by Paul. Molina here, he had to go and press because he had vacated his spot. This is exactly what Argentina want. They want Lionel Messi on the ball, cutting inside to use that left foot of his. Well defended by Switzerland.
Korea trying a new path. But they just showed too much of the ball. It's not one but two Argentinian defenders, and that was enough. Towards Alvarez, who has the place to disrupt to Kanji. Starts the task by Swiss defender on that occasion. Ladies. Messi. Alvarez. Back to Messi. It's Fico, who was one of the players whose perhaps position was under an element of scrutiny, not because of poor performances, but just because of the options that Lionel Scaloni has in that left back area, and whether he wanted a more defensive or attacking player to fill the position tonight. Nobody has scored more than Argentina coming into these quarterfinals. 14 in their 5 matches, now 15 in 6. Underneath it, but without the distance he wanted to get away, and then he crunched into the challenge on Troya. And Messi with many streaming forward around him. Costa hoping, I think, that Messi had made that move back in field.
Well, he did. It was Akanji who blocked Messi. Very good defending. And as Argentina gets their rhythm with the ball, Messi starting to drift in the number 10 area and in his pocket. And Akanji and Alvetti don't know whether to go with them or stay.
And absorbing 20 minutes so far in Kansas City. And as you may have already seen, cameras after there. We followed extra time against Norway earlier. So effort, right at Martinez.
I think Switzerland can find a lot of joy behind Paredes, in front of Romero and Lisandro Martinez, and attacking Molina's side with Endoy.
Martinez's ball forward was perfectly placed for Alvarez in his speed, but Alvarez had a head start and he's flagged for offside. Certainly now with Argentina in front, he can be a real menace with his pace behind those in red.
And his work rate, and then when he tires out, yeah. Lautaro Martinez to come in. This Argentinian squad is not lacking in quality.
Waiting for so. It was met very crisply indeed by Lisandro Martinez. There's a litany of Argentinian stars here tonight. Javier Pastore amongst them. Obviously Rodriguez there as well.
Zanetti, legend of Inter Milan and Argentina.
Well, they've had a little more of a day so far, Switzerland. The scoreline clearly isn't the one that they would want, but how would you assess their first quarter of this game, Brad?
I think they started in the first 10 minutes up until Argentina scored very well. And they were the ones pressing, they were the ones with the ball. Just said, when Messi gets the ball, he creates magic. He's had the ball a couple of times and he created 2 chances, then 2 corner kicks. One was nearly perfect, the other was perfect.
All time for Switzerland in the World Cup first final, but not since 1954, they've been at this stage of the tournament.
Not bad for a centre back.
Really quite fascinating. Quarter-final in Kansas City and Argentina leading Switzerland by goal to nil.
Once again, I good assists.
A creamy Parmesan and bacon quarter pounder? There literally are no words for the quarter pounder fans.
Take the pledge with FanDuel's new field features. Bet all 120 minutes in their early payouts when your team goes up 2. Live betting lets you celebrate every strike. And with FanDuel's new superstar, if your player is subbed out, your bet stays in. At FanDuel, every score means more. North America's #1 sportsbook and casino. FanDuel, play your game. Canada
Doesn't mean
isn't
anything.
just pretty,
Be yourself.
it's powerful. And our government has a plan to unlock that power. As the world races towards clean energy, Canada's government will use our natural advantage to build world-class energy projects that bring down costs, create thousands of new jobs and lower emissions. We'll build a cleaner future in a way that only Canada can. A message from the Government of Canada.
New Micalo crafted sodas. Swirled with bold, fizzy flavor and topped with silky sweet cold foam. Obsessed. Part of the new Micalo lineup from McDonald's.
Korea was built actually at the same time as the baseball stadium, which sits next door, home to the Kansas City Royals. Spent about $375 million on a huge renovation in 2010. And they know all about cathedrals of football, don't they? So Switzerland behind, having only lost once since the start of 2025. That was a friendly to Germany, one defeat in their last 19 games. They are one of the 4 teams coming into this.
Absolutely, that's really the last game where they were probably second best in the game. Most every other game, they've had more of the ball, more attempts. Very good results. So again, if they can get an equalizer, get some confidence going in this game, they could cause Argentina problems.
Rodriguez, who has started now 32 major tournament games in a row for Switzerland. It goes all the way back to 2014. Astonishing longevity to that. Just the captain jacket.
Argentina on the ground.
Freuler.
I see it.
Zakaria.
I see it.
Shuffle. Well, Martinez to another was very audible away goes by Sandro.
So just let that run, thinking that Ebola was right behind them. Well read by Argentinian defense.
Argentina win that match. My goods is goods.
Kanji.
Goods is goods.
And Joy. Rolls away. Robin Rodriguez, but then picks up again, and Alvarez has it, and Argentina have a free kick. So it looked like Granit Xhaka is going to receive a yellow card, but you're going to be slightly nervous of the repercussions of that challenge on Rodrigo de Paul, because one yellow card could rule him out of the potential semi-final.
Yes, he knew exactly what he was doing. Just mistimed the challenge. There wasn't any intent to injure the ball. Just saw a little run by going inside that time. Molina has to keep an eye, and Ribero's going to need to cover at times.
Already something on it now. Without Alvarez close in and be a bit more sure with his touch to Zakaria. So the pressure of Alvarez scampering around out there, the Argentina number 9.
Come on.
Molina, who is quite introverted as a character, but a hard-working member of this Argentina team, was there right back at the last World Cup as well in 2022. switching by Rita and Micalo was on his back, ready to go. Alvarez. Launched by Freya. Back it goes to awareness for Argentina to restart things again. Switzerland, Rodriguez asking too much of Ndoye, but Ndoye's not away from the ball yet. Ball towards Ndoye. Martinez comes out. Over went to Micalo, but the Portuguese official was in a very good place to say no free kick. Ndoye takes it back, but illegally, and now it is an Argentina free kick.
At first glance, this looks like a wonderful save. He knows he's going to collide. See Embolo making that run, splitting the defenders. It's a mistake initially by Lisandro Martinez. Misses the ball. And this is really brave goalkeeping by Martinez.
Shoulder to shoulder.
You know you're going to take one on the shins or the foot or the leg or in the head, but you got to go down. Switzerland are showing signs.
Martinez of Aston Villa, but there is plenty of speculation bubbling away about his future and possible move to the Italian side Juventus. Kanji, who turns 31 on the day of the World Cup final, which is now just 8 days away. So again, he has found an eye for goal this season with his club side Sevilla in Spain. Still waiting for his first ever Swiss international goal. Right in the face of that Switzerland midfield, that is where you will find him almost always. Going back to the tempo setter jacket. Lifted forward looking for Ndoye again, and the intervention needed from Medina.
That's on this left-hand side for Switzerland again. Ndoye, even Lionel Messi was coming back that time to defend. Perhaps Brett Jokic thinking the inclusion of Vargas in the second half, if it stays 1-0, he's got similar pace to that of Ndoye.
Now the Arena then to try and initiate the Swiss response. Rodriguez on the free kick. Alvarez perhaps not wholly comfortable trying to do defensive duties like that.
Well, I think the shot was louder than the foul, but the referee did get it correct. They gave it a dangerous area.
weekend game with a scoreline at 2-2 that ultimately instigated the Argentina win because 1 minute and 34 seconds later they did go and win the game through Enzo Fernandez. He broke up certainly a 2-1, maybe even a 3-1 situation with that Egypt attack. And just cross floats behind. Become only the second coach in history, Lionel Scaloni, to win the FIFA Men's World Cup in consecutive tournaments. The only person in that very exclusive club right now is the Italian Vittorio Pozzo, whose record has stood almost 100 years, having won it twice with Italy in 1934 and again in 1938. We have been around Kansas City for the past few days, and you cannot turn the street corner without seeing the light blue and white of Argentina.
And how many Switzerland shirts I've seen? A lot of the blue and white, that's for sure.
I don't think I've seen a single shirt without number 10 on the back either.
General, you paint your papa. If general, if you not choose ball, if you paint.
Because looking for that ball towards him, Dory, it was too high for him that time.
It's actually going to run like chicken, headless chicken.
You want to get the ball to into his feet as much as possible.
It's our ball, touch the tape.
He's the one who's been causing Argentina any problems for Switzerland.
Surf's doing too much, man. What's the distance? Can't do it. Distance is nice.
We've had an attempt on goal for either team for the past 18 minutes now. Switzerland continuing to probe though.
Greatest of all times. I get tired of it.
Colombia in the round of 16. They lost their previous 7 knockout matches. First time the Switzerland have ever won successive knockout games of the World Cup.
Yeah, definitely Switzerland is going to win.
Really trying to burst his way through and has run into Tagliafico and run into trouble with the Portuguese official because of it.
When we have a player facing his own goal, there's no need to foul behind. You can put the pressure on without pushing. The moment you do push out your arm or put any pressure on the defender, they fall over. I say 9 times out of 10, the referees call a foul.
The solid red on the match momentum. In 40 minutes so far tonight in Kansas City.
One thing to know, the referee is starting to become a bit annoyed at time wasting. Argentina's throw-ins. He was giving Emi Martinez an earful moments ago.
And Martinez together, and the decision has gone the way of the Swiss forward. Doesn't have his big chance in front of goal tonight, rather an opportunity that was snuffed out by Emi Martinez. But you know that he may very well take it when it comes along.
Absolutely right. The link of play with
Boys are
Endoy.
mad. It's not good.
I'm sure young involved is some on the right-hand side, and Reed will also help him.
That's the moment giving the ball away. And this is Messi. Alvarez could reach it, and back it goes just from the Kanji to goalkeeper call.
Was a loose touch by Embolo, but he did the next best thing. He tracked all the way back to the top of his box to help with the defending. You don't see every striker doing that.
Shaka was talking this week about it being a different Switzerland in 2026 with a different mentality. Froya, Rodriguez, one of the old brigades. Much challenged by Paredes outside the penalty area.
Yeah, it's absolutely not needed. And this is in the most dangerous position of any free kick that Switzerland's had. Best option would have been to stay on his feet.
So necessary and stuff.
There is passion behind one of the faces of NFL. It's certainly right here. So he's there. About to be a moment for the door to open for Switzerland just before half-time.
Much more difficult for goalkeepers to deal with in-swinging service from this sort of position. Very difficult to come out and get the ball.
Easy, good.
Forward red inside Eddie Martinez is 6-yard box. That's where Froya is sensitive and he's in too much power on it.
That is a missed opportunity. This is in a wonderful position for Switzerland. Difficult for defenders and goalkeepers.
It's not live.
It's under the ball too much.
It's just stupid questions. I'm not alive. When alive, deals. Just be sensitive. Oh, don't ask questions.
Assist tonight, Argentina's lead. Actually, strangely enough, it's a second assist in the World Cup for Lionel Messi. But prior to that, no Argentina player had gone beyond a single assist in this tournament. There's sent around by Micalo, who is not too happy perhaps with the perceived theatrics of the Argentinian. We shall see how much contact there was. There's a booking.
Paredes dishes out as much as he can take.
The first yellow card of the evening goes to Brennan Bolo of Switzerland.
And it is, he did catch it. There was the follow through. That could be a little payback for a couple of knocks that he's probably received from
I
Paredes.
think I'm gonna buy the Phantoms. I don't know, I'm gonna buy Phantoms. Or the light ones. I don't know what to say. Phantoms or how long it is. I don't know, I want to check out the new news. I'll check it. What Phantoms? Oh, it's cheaper.
Slender Argentina lead provided by Alexis Micalo. Bolo is fighting for all his work.
He's on the yellow card. He's getting annoyed at the holding. They're wrapping two arms around Bolo almost every time he's getting the ball. There you see Lisandro Martinez holding on to his arm.
Move that quickly and it was offside because of that. 4 additional minutes at the end of the 45.
I like the forward run. I like the thought on it. Just missed time pass, drifted offside by ADR.
First time at this stadium tonight first. First of all, they have the fortune of being actually in the same city for the past 3 games, which all being in Vancouver. And then San Fran before that, so focus have solely been on the west coast of the United States and Canada. A training camp in San Diego as well, so a very different climate tonight. Just enough on it to locate Zachariah. It was penalised.
Well, I'm not sure what that was for. Maybe he thought he threw his shoulder in, but the referee has been very good so far in this first half. If that's the only thing he gets wrong in the game, then I think people would forgive him for that.
So he's back at Boca Juniors now for his second spell, but talking PSG and Roma and Juventus on his mightily impressive footballing journey. Gets it back again from that free kick. So it's danger from a Swiss perspective.
Yeah, this was a little bit unlucky. He had his eyes on the ball. He did a very smart thing. He got his foot in between the ball and the player.
Cara, tem que falar. Eu garanto que eu washing it every day.
Many of the Argentinian fans around us here are on their feet, waving the blue and white scarves as Messi and Argentina go in search of another goal before half-time. This is De Paul, Molina, Romero. Reyes just assessing the scene. Romero turned around the corner for Molina, trying to flick it on towards the ball. He clears for Switzerland. And back by Martinez via the aerial route. Good win by Ndoye. That was really brave because he would have sensed that it was coming. And it came with some force too.
Ndoye wins the ball. It's very late by Molina. Those hurt because right after you hit the ball, your body relaxes just a little bit, and that's when the hit came.
It's looking so far, Alexis Micalo. Argentina very close to having a half-time lead courtesy of him. And indeed they do. First goal of this World Cup for Alexis Micalo, but yet another goal involvement for Lionel Messi from the corner to deliver it perfectly onto the head. Certainly not the tallest on the pitch, Alexis Micalo, but he made his presence felt when it mattered. Switzerland with plenty of possession, but not necessarily the penetration to reach Argentina. And at half-time in Kansas City, it is Argentina 1, Switzerland 0.
Do you call it soccer or do you call it football?
Yeah.
You're right, who gives a... It doesn't matter what you call it. 90 minutes is what matters. The odds matter. And that's goal. Same game parlay. Winning bet matters. Soccer or football? Move on. Because the beautiful game has a million shifting factors. Canada's premier betting destination for the world's game. Bet with Sports Interaction.
alguien cerca de ahí. Pero pronto lo vas a saber.
That's cute. I'm gonna be so big. I won't even be able to walk down the street.
The future is already here.
Next starts now. We are deep into stoppage time. Oh, they must be careful here. But hang on, they are checking it. It's going to be in the hands of the VAR.
Yeah, I can't share screen right now. I'm clicking it and everything.
Gotcha.
Thank you, guys. Sorry, am I muted? Am I?
We're also done.
Perfect.
Paint. Sweat. Cheers. Rinse. Repeat. Care for your skin like you care for the game. Dark man.
They're not. Okay? Everything starts with a nap.
That's a burrito.
Now you're thinking like a winner. We will get it then. But before critics.
After 20 years of supporting the game, we're actually going to win one. Let's go.
So what do you need? Precision striker, rock solid left back.
Where are you going?
For the coin toss. Oh, yeah, sure. I mean, can I at least flip it? How'd you take off that? I'll do that. We're on TV right now. Yeah.
This is the Coca-Cola halftime, and Argentina are leading Switzerland in Kansas City by 1-0. Alexis Micalo has scored it. It's his first goal of this World Cup. Lionel Messi with the assist. And the defending champions have the advantage after 45 minutes of play. Here are the first half stats. 3 shots on target for Argentina, all of them from the goal scorer Alexis McAllister. Just 1 shot on target for each team. 57% of the possession for Switzerland. So it's a second World Cup goal of his career for Alexis McAllister, who scored in the group stage against Poland in 2022, and Lionel Messi with the second assist of this tournament. That means he's got 10 goal involvements at this World Cup. 10 minutes in, when the goal was conceded, Switzerland had already had a warning shot ahead of that one. They didn't defend well from the corner, did they?
No, they didn't defend well. It's like a sort of zonal defence for Switzerland, and they're allowing too much space at that near post. And they got a warning signal from this ensuing free kick, corner kick, sorry, from Messi. And there's some space at that near post. It's McAllister himself that's trying to get in that little gap, Kev, isn't he? Between almost the screen and at the front. And then the front zone guy, isn't it?
Yeah, we speak so often about zone and whether you prefer man marking or zone and however you're going to go about it. But the flaws of zone marking speaking are near post balls and far post balls, or if not that, the alternative is taking short corners. And the reason why I say near post balls, because people seem to get sucked under the ball. You're supposed to go into that zone and just go attack it and get at the end of it. There should be no red jerseys there, okay, around the head. Well, there's no responsibility to mark ball when you're in a zone marking system. What your responsibility is to go ahead the ball. You see here, that's your 2 blockers. They block. No responsibility to mark the blockers. There are your 3 headers of the ball across the 6-yard box, and your 2 guys that are being post by your zone markers. There's responsibility to go ahead the ball. But you see, Alexis McAllister's movement, he just drifts in between the 2 of the balls. Then you can't get to it. So whatever your preference is, I don't know what you prefer to do as a coach. That might be something for you going forward the team. I think the serious flaw when you go man marking because no one takes responsibility.
Yeah, I prefer to have the outcome, but you gotta protect your area, right? You gotta attack the ball, and there's gotta be no one on the edge. The block lines do have to be right.
This is really pieces like personal produce under your hand as a top. I'm pretty sure that if you're going to
Closed off, and then you don't know who's running in behind you, and they can get that little gap just to get a touch on the quality cross that Messi puts in. You've got to thing, and they'll be kicking themselves that that ends up being the.
I just say the fact, just from that time, when you're doing the zonal system, not consistent, it does lead you to just become too flat with your movement or your positioning. You never seem to see the guys that are able to open the body, and that's a flaw within the system.
So Switzerland find themselves trailing for the first time in this World Cup. In fact, the first time in 12 games going back over the qualifying campaign as well. They're down right now, chasing a goal to try and get back on the terms. Have they had enough going forward though?
No, I don't think so. I think they've got more of the possession. Argentina are controlling this game, in my opinion. I think it is a competitive match. Shaq has played excellent again. The other shot was this 25 yards. Good strike from Silva. Emmy Martinez is really saved that game and gave it for her. He's not really making a mistake. A little opportunity here from Micalo to get through. Hand up penalty kick, not enough.
No, not at all. That's a good goalkeeping by Emmy Martinez. He read the situation well. He's on the edge of the penalty area. There haven't been enough. This has been more of a controlled Argentina performances. We've seen in the knockout stages. I feel they've been way better, way more control, and they've contained Switzerland. So that's why Switzerland have found it very difficult to open up and create chances in team.
Yeah, I think Argentina also respect the fact that Swiss are good with possession, so they're happy to just, go more to a goal and just make sure that they don't concede anything. They made it very difficult for Swiss to get in behind and they're protecting their box very well, and you know what they can do when they have the ball.
Argentina have won all 5 games at this tournament so far. They're leading after 45 minutes of play. Just in reaction to Micalo's goal in Buenos Aires as the defending champions are 45 minutes away from a semi-final against England.
They've won that first game.
Prep. Anticipate. Celebrate. Repeat. Care for your skin like you care for the game. With Dove Man.
The rap, okay? Everything starts with the rap.
That's a burrito.
Now you're thinking like a winner. We look at the deck. But before grapes.
Go back home for the games.
Oh, I wish.
Across the line, please. 29, one side for the river. Easy. Let's go.
Hamilton Rocky here.
This way to the stadium? Everything's intact. Good piece.
Guys, I hate to break it to you, but we don't have enough place for the game.
Let's go to the store then.
We cannot go in there. It's too packed. Hi, how you doing? We're having an awesome viewing party, and if you have legs, you can come with us.
Speak up. Speak up. It's the only words.
Oh, well, this year for the first time, there's a halftime show at the World Cup final. Yeah.
Really? A halftime show?
Yeah, halftime show.
A halftime show?
Halftime show.
What's a halftime show?
Well, I'm glad you asked. It's where people get together and there's singing and there's dancing and there's music and it's a chance to show how amazing all different kinds of humans are.
Can you believe it? They're doing a halftime show during the World Cup final.
That doesn't sound half bad.
Well, it doesn't sound half good either.
Hey, stop it, Waldorf. You guys are invited too. Everyone's invited, right? Yeah. Okay, so let's go. All right, and we'll take it away.
BTS.
Right now on TSN.ca and the TSN app, we've got even more World Cup news, highlights and the reaction from across the tournament.
Don't miss a moment of the action and keep up to date with your favourite teams with TSN.ca and the TSN app. Well, Argentina have not lost when leading at half-time in a World Cup knockout match since the 1930 final against Uruguay. Alexis McAllister's 10th goal has them one up against Switzerland in Kansas City.
On July 15th, when you buy a Tim's coffee, you help youth like Mary Jane. Thanks for sending me to Tim's camp. A camp that pushed me out of my comfort zone and made me feel grounded. A camp that made me feel brave and gave me the confidence I have today. Wednesday, July 15th, let's give you the chance at a better future. 100% of every coffee purchase is donated to support Canadian youth.
Prep. Anticipate. Celebrate. Repeat. Care for your skin like you care for the game. With Dove Men.
And also,
Start banking with RBC and get the new iPad. Your idea of creative budgeting happens here.
Waiting for the teams to come back out in Kansas City. What chances do you give a Switzerland comeback?
I don't know if they can score. I just don't see them getting a goal here. I don't know if they've got enough about them going forward to get that goal and in the game. But I do feel Argentina are controlling it, and I think as they open themselves up more, as they have to go and search for that equaliser, I think Argentina might pick them off.
if you've really gotten behind Argentina, have they really created anything inside the penalty box? Everything's been from distance, so it looks unlikely they're going to open them up unless they change the tactics. Which, if they change the tactics, as Steve is saying, it could be problematic for them.
Yeah, for sure. I think if they want something out of this, they got to take a little bit more chances. Obviously, stay, make sure you don't get a second goal against you. But when those chances come, you got to go out there and take it and be a little bit more daring in that sense.
Let's get back to Kansas City. Lionel Messi with an assist tonight on the Micalo goal. It's 1-0 for Argentina. Chris White's in Bradford.
Welcome back to Kansas City. Argentina 45 minutes away from a World Cup semi-final against England in Atlanta on Wednesday. Alexis McAllister's goal 10 minutes in. There's no response yet from Uruguay in Switzerland. And of course went out of the World Cup to Argentina in the round of 16 in Brazil 12 years ago, and that was by a scoreline of 1-0. Now Switzerland experiencing something they haven't at any point in this World Cup so far. They are behind in a game of football. So we're afraid that if they are to foster the world champions, what do they need to do in the second half?
Well, I imagine they're going to play very similar as they did in the first half up until at least the hydration break. If they still find themselves down a goal to nil, perhaps they'll make a couple of substitutions, but be a little bit more risky in the attacking third, in the final third. Maybe try to go forward a little bit quicker, bring on somebody like a Marcus on the right-hand side, at some stage you're going to have to go for it because your World Cup ends if you lose tonight. I think they were frustrating Argentina at times in the first half.
See for DePaul for the goal scorer McAllister. See and then DePaul trying to repeat that combination. Rodriguez chips it upfield and very accurately as well to the Kenyan Bolo. And for the first time in this second half, Switzerland enter Argentina territory with Zakaria. And back to him from So. No changes for either at half time. It's Remo Freuler. Zakaria. Already. Seems to be comfortable Argentina with him having the ball even on the periphery of the Argentinian penalty area. But again in the Swiss centre half. That's Arena, whose turn was sharp and the deflection is coming from Martinez.
And everyone from Argentina is packed into a really tight defensive shape with the exception of Lionel Messi, who is drifting on the far side of the pitch, just waiting for the ball to come out.
To actually have an attempt in that first half, Lionel Messi, and that's not happened at all in the first half of any game in this World Cup.
Yeah, Switzerland are very good defensively. You did see moments when Lionel Messi got the ball in the first half. He was very quick-footed.
Jesus Christ.
Got a couple of opportunities right away, but he was quiet for the remainder of the half since the McAllister goal.
McAllister goal that came early in the first half, and Switzerland looking for a response early in the second.
So what's the point? Why are you running?
Whipped in by Fabio Reader, and caught by Emi Martinez.
Switzerland's service has been quite poor up to now. They had a couple of free kicks in good areas in the first half and wasted them, just wasted another.
This is Nicolas Tagliafico in his third World Cup now with Argentina. So Fernandez disrupted by Zakaria. Wimbledon had to get a shift on.
Had a hard time.
And
Shifting
their
his
press
feet
is
on that
dangerous.
one. I think he was
Because they are all
his
of them
mind
are
to take a
old.
touch at first.
See, they are running towards you. You're scared.
It was a long time, didn't it?
The Argentine players are mad.
First choice number one with Jan Sommer. Well, we had endless summers of Sommer, didn't it, with all those major tournaments that he played for Switzerland. Borussia Dortmund and Korbel has got his chance now. Spin for Messi and then a delightful ball through. Taken quickly and early and no trouble to call.
Doesn't go this mind. Pass. It's that
The
simple.
return by Messi, really well weighted ball. I
Pass.
think if he had to do it over again, he would have a look up and see a player just standing right on the penalty spot. Possibly the better option.
It was Alvarez lurking, wasn't it, for that potential ball from Liga. Bola trying to time his run, and the pass is terrific to find him. And Bola squares it for one more goal as he crosses. Martinez denying Ndoi, who would have been denied anyway by an offside flag.
Mad.
Well, he wasn't to know the offside flag was there, but moments ago, Argentina should have laid one off, and Bola did just that. Martinez wasn't to know either. Either Martinez, I should say. Emi Martinez and go in the center of Martinez with just a superb tackle. Had a lot of ground to cover, and Bola did everything right. And Ndoi perhaps could have hit it first time. Or block.
It's the time.
It's got the World Cup from Qatar 2022 tattooed on him, Lisandro Martinez. Sort of challenge that makes you wonder whether he might have another tattoo coming his way in a couple of weeks'
What is
time.
that? Is it right?
Collected by Messi, dancing through, but not all the way through. And then Zakaria releasing Giroud for Switzerland. Micalo back to Zoe. Why Xhaka, who could do nothing about it, and Alvarez for Argentina with De Paul and Messi as options. Alvarez again. It's a corner. Spinning away.
The game's just briefly opened up.
It's gonna go out.
Switzerland gave away a loose pass, and Alvarez with on it in a flash.
Hungry, isn't he? For that World Cup goal.
He's probably sick.
He'll be hungry for another one tonight, Messi. 5 games in a row where he has scored. No player has ever scored in 6 successive World Cup games. Messi, she created already tonight from a corner. And that wasn't a bad one either, it was just too light from Enzo Fernandez.
Wow, it's really difficult. Doesn't matter how tall you are, when the ball is hit like that with such pace, and you get a run on the defenders. It's timed so well. Got just a little bit too much on it. Very similar in the first half of McAllister's goal.
They're trying to squeeze it through the lines. Martinez beaten 4 times in his last 2 games. Clean sheet so far tonight, though. Without the present alerts of those in red. We all remember that brilliant save 4 years ago in the final from Carlo Lombardi, which in so many ways won the World Cup for Argentina.
One of the best saves that I've ever seen, and one of the biggest moments of a game. Martinez to actually Molina, who'd come all the way up from the right back position. Delivery is too close to call. Yeah, that was some distribution by Emi Martinez. I think enjoyed that track back.
A few times now, Molina has got into those advanced areas. Trying to return the favour to Messi.
Beautiful tone.
Paredes. De Paul. Ball by Martinez, and then turn towards Alvarez. Tagliafico. Showing just too much on it, and now down in Doy, whose pace was a problem at times for Argentina in the first half, but not when he's disrupted by challenges like that, it won't be an issue for the Albiceleste. That was Romero.
Oh, good tackle by Romero, well timed. Both teams have been loose in their passing.
Martinez looks things out. Snow's cross is a good one, and a knockdown for Xhaka. Switzerland tried to find a gap, but they just couldn't in the end. Julian Paul putting himself in the way. It's Paredes down.
Well, both teams have given away the ball needlessly the last 5 or 6 minutes, giving each other opportunities to score.
I don't get the point of
This
this
time
guy.
it was in just taking 1 or 2 extra touches.
If your team is down bad and it's needed, yeah, you can fall. Like if you can get up, bro, get up and go. Like you lying down the floor. There's nothing wrong with you. No.
It's a good recovery, wasn't it, from I guess. I think just to kick through from the doors down the damage.
Yeah, very good recovery. It could have been a little knee on knee.
Very much one of Scaloni's foot soldiers, Leandro Paredes.
Yeah, you won't want to lose him. He's that steel in front of this back four.
Restart where they were with Freuler. Xhaka. Goal kick. Joins also Rice.
Doyle might have thought otherwise, but I think the referee got it correct.
Well, there's many Argentinians in here. There is a small contingent of Swiss, but perhaps it's to be expected, really, considering there are 5 times as many people living in Argentina than Switzerland, which is a country in Europe home to around 9 million, a landlocked European country as well. I think solely from a footballing perspective, they often peer enviously at their neighbours, and that might still be the case with France, but look what else has happened this summer. Germany gone, Austria gone, Italy who never arrived. Whatever happens tonight, these have been sweet days for Switzerland.
It's true, eating.
Still they continue to tease. Zakaria took his eye off the ball and it was costly.
Switzerland are getting themselves into some decent situations on the field, in good places on the field. They're going to have a little bit more belief in themselves. Zambolo's getting very agitated by the referee not protecting him on the field.
In a cul-de-sac, was trying to find his way out of it before the assistance from the official. Very pleased to have got himself on the score sheet tonight, Alexis Micalo, because the goals ran dry in his final 6 games of his 16 games, I should say, this club season with Liverpool.
Switzerland is fucking. They don't understand yet. And they are pressing and they are not doing it full, they are doing it half. They press me slow.
Throughout their history.
What's my problem here? How about that?
Seemingly content with Switzerland having more of the ball.
Argentine players are mad, they are rough.
Rodriguez.
Sure, press is in.
Martinez.
Receive.
The situation under control.
Really difficult to generate power on a cross like this. It was chipped in. It's right over the top of his head. He did well just to get it towards the goal.
It's Molina high up the pitch again. He's without doubt a designated tactic tonight from Scaloni.
Absolutely. Martinez gets the ball and they're trying to take a little time out of the game. It's Molina that goes up on that right-hand side. Also forces a Doyle to go back in the deeper.
good. Touch.
Just getting carried away by the intensity for a few seconds. It's been simmering though, hasn't it, this?
It has, without a doubt. The one that did catch the referee's attention was a foul. It was shoved right through the back.
These guys are just so childish. Please. Just the difference. The ball is here. The ball is here. The ball is distance. It's not up to 1 meter. It's up to 2 meters. It's not.
Messi, who through the years has provided the ink.
It's a whole team.
Reyes, who is placing the ball down, but it is Messi who will bend it in. Switzerland clear as far as Micalo, who powers forward and now maybe can release Ndoye. And Argentina on the retreat. Down Ndoye for Switzerland. Randy goes from the leader, Sequoia.
Really good break, really well defended. Good ball by Embolo when he burst into the box.
Very good player.
See the Argentinian players trying to get back. Look at that, it ended up being a 3v6.
Former Swiss internationals. Portugal. Corner's just too high for a Kanji. Retrieved by Freuler. We've got Bironi out now and Switzerland. Still trailing through that early McAllister goal. Here's the Kanji. Rodriguez. Valverde. Xhaka.
Messi should just stop marking. It's pointless. This marking is pointless. Just allow the right marking to mark. Because even when he tries to mark, he's just running in this.
Switzerland probing Embolo. And has come back his way too, and Ndoye, who is fighting for what he's worth. Reed's got it to Rodriguez, and Ndoye's header and Martinez for the first time tonight. Really is leading the Argentina goal.
Well, Argentina are playing a dangerous game. They're not getting pressure to the ball. They're allowing Switzerland to have a lot of it.
The away again is so nips in to take it back to Switzerland.
5 minutes and they're playing like
Very
this.
good save by Emi
They're playing like as if it's 19 minutes.
In terms of controlling the possession, this is Switzerland's best spell of the game. Xhaka from distance, and Martinez. Sharply has to repel.
This is a much more difficult save than it looks. Good pace of the ball down to the left. They kept the ball close enough to him. We've seen a couple of balls spilling out.
Height helps
games.
the keeper foul. Because that's straight. It's just pressing straight. I'm definitely not catching that.
And perhaps recognising the severity of the situation, Switzerland are moving through the gears.
Yeah, they're starting to really apply more pressure. You see Rodriguez is going forward. Zakari on this side, on the right-hand side, is going forward. But Argentina are not getting pressure to the ball like they did in the first half.
Time to turn Bolo. Again, he just has not had a moment tonight, Brandon Bolo, where he hasn't had either Lisandro Martinez or Christian Romero right up behind him. But just like against Cabo Verde in the round of 32, and just like against Egypt in the round of 16, Argentinian players everywhere. Rodriguez and Doi breaches and scores beyond the Argentinian defence.
Stop saying they're playing like it's 98 minutes. You're playing like it's 98 minutes. Because I'm not holding the ball anymore. They're playing defensive structure.
This has been coming the last 5 or 10 minutes. A lot of touches on the ball. For Switzerland, a lot of opportunities. Argentina's been sitting off. We said in the first half that Doi is the problem man for Argentina. And it's just a wonderful little 1-2 between he and Rodriguez. Opens his foot up, gives Emi Martinez very little chance. He also had Bolo, who made a great run. He could have played it across the goal. Just a wonderful bit of football.
Let's slash him under his leg. Under his leg.
Scored a huge goal against Germany in the European Championships 2 years ago, down in Doi. And this one will sit amongst his greats too, because it has been back to our champions here.
Now relying on Messi too much. We retire from international football. Once Messi retires, Argentina will not play international football again.
I've got some work to do.
Yeah, they're second best at this moment.
If he goes out,
Switzerland started the second half really well. And now with that goal, they're going to have that extra bit of belief.
Bro, it's not, you go around someone and dive in. Stand over. Come and discuss this.
That ongoing battle between him and Brandon Bolo has another chapter. And before he's not very happy with something that Paredes has said to him there.
Just bench him, man. Before you got a red card, bench him, man.
But there is evidently frustration amongst these Argentinian players.
Absolutely, and Bolo's been a handful every time that Bolo's holding up the ball. The Argentinian players are wrapping their arms around him, they're kicking him. I can see one of the Argentinian players collected a second booking. And Bolo's also on a booking, so he's going to have to keep his cool.
Scaloni on the roller coaster of emotions again. Now, this is interesting.
Yeah, forward.
Referee is being sent to the screen here. Suggestion of mistaken identity here. And I think the question is whether Bolo has simulated rather than the contact from Paredes.
You see? Give him red card for diving. Red card for diving.
Jumped in the air right there before any contact at all.
What was this? Ah, stupid diver.
Oh, this would be such a shame for Switzerland.
Bro,
Booking gets
yellow
taken
card,
away and
give him
Bolo
red
gets
card.
a booking.
Let him get
That
out.
would be his second.
Samuel, red card. Get up. Who touched you?
These are nervous moments, I think, for
Give me red card.
the Swiss players, the Swiss coaching
I'm a good
staff.
dive. Idiot. Stupid dive.
After the review, there is no foul for number 5. And number 7, there is a clear situation. For the decision, yellow card number 7.
He's going to be sent off here, and it is a second yellow card.
Yeah, why you diving? Why you diving? Stupid.
And Switzerland at high rates.
Why you diving?
But they are
Dumbass.
down to 10.
This is quite remarkable. I think there's going to be a lot of people, more than Switzerland, upset with a decision like this in a game of this magnitude. I feel really sorry for N'Golo.
Leave the pitch. Why you diving?
What's the most important now is that the Swiss players keep their head. They're in the ascendancy. They've been playing really well this second half.
Ah. Bro, it's like they take lessons
He's
to dive.
pulled away, but he's visibly distraught.
They take
That was the
lessons to
challenge at the
dive.
end of the first half that brought in a yellow card. And now Mbolo's night is over, and you can see that he is devastated by this turn of events.
See them. What kind of stupid dive was that? I
Well,
was
it's
just
a time
saying
for
it.
cool, calm heads from the Swiss players.
Because it was clearly there was no contact there.
Certain substitutions going to have to be made by Switzerland to get another front
He
runner on
like
the
6 at
pitch.
the back.
And still the discussions go on between two experienced heads, Granit Xhaka and Leandro Paredes.
Argentina for the win. Come on, Argentina can do it. 20 minutes on the clock.
So just over 15 minutes
Lionel
to go.
Messi, brilliant.
Quite a few minutes now of additional time in this game.
Be more aggressive play like this now. Correct cut.
And just when the Swiss were believing that they could create the biggest shot.
Yeah, the table had really turned. Argentina looked lackluster, looked void of thought. But the Swiss players are slowly
People
pulling
tackle
confidence.
too weird. I'm just gonna lie. That shit looked weird as fuck. Like, where was the contact?
Enzo Fernandez. Tagliafico. Plays up.
Linesman was in great position.
And the discussions will go on, I'm sure, during this hydration break with the score 1-1 between Argentina and
Defense call
Switzerland.
wrist. Wow, why are you backing? So that's an even dive. That's an even dive.
Yeah, I can't share screen right now. I'm clicking it and everything. Thank you guys. Sorry, am I muted? We also did.
He's going to the half-time situation. Powerful run forward. Just look at the way he turns the defender.
way to get Lionel Messi into the game.
Yeah, because from the assist on the goal, he really hasn't been on the ball. The one turn early in the second half, then he played a really good through ball. Other than that, he's been very, very quiet. Switzerland tactically has been absolutely outstanding, probably the best I've ever seen in this tournament against Lionel Messi.
He's using every single second that is available to him here to get the reassembled tactical message across. And Argentina make the change, and it is a change in that left back area that we were talking about in the first half. The more attacking Nico Gonzalez now on for Nicolas Tagliafico.
Yeah, it was a smart decision. Tagliafico's an excellent player, but he is a little bit more defensive than Gonzalez. You think you're going to have more of the ball now for the remainder of this game, and if it goes into extra time.
He's goal in the first half and Doy's in the second, poised at 1-1. For his country tonight for Dan and Doy. Just second in this World Cup, having scored in the round of 32 against Algeria. Switzerland is that Argentina scored these 2 goals each in the last 11 World Cup games. No team stopped the score in this tournament since Croatia in 2018.
Backs will be up against the wall. What they've ended up doing is putting in Doy up front. He's got incredible amounts of pace. Looks like they're defending with 5 across the back with 3 in front of them. So this is not going to be easy for Argentina to break down.
Messi looking for the substitute Gonzalez, and swiftly off his line was called. He's more of a winger, I think, Nico Gonzalez, than a left back, so they have now outlets in both Gonzalez and Molina going forward from those full-back positions. Kanji and Riga, who is quick and has got there ahead of Romero, but he won the physical tussle. Doy, Riga.
Guys are playing like this, it's playing like as if you're fighting for your life.
Are they going to be able to maintain control of the ball like they've had for large portions of this second half? Switzerland before that red card for Ebola. How brave do they want to be?
I think they'll attack with fewer numbers, but there's no signs of this Argentinian team putting any more pressure on the ball. You would have thought after sending off it'd be Argentina with all the possession. It seems like we're the same place that we left off before the sending off.
Because I don't play shit. It's time to substitute Scaloni. Scaloni, take out this boy. Martinez, it's not funny.
He just chops away from McAllister. Wasn't the power on the pass to release Zakaria.
It'll be funny. Take out this boy. Bring on Martinez. Bring on the bars. Let Mahmoud go.
Enzo Fernandez, who was the man to be rescued for Argentina in that win over Egypt.
If you don't play Enzo Fernandez, I never see him playing that much.
Martinez. There it is. Just able to take 2 touches the ball. Looking long for Ndoye, but he's going to feel isolated now. Switzerland don't have that central focal point to their forward line anymore with the red for Ebola.
He's playing. Obviously, he's a damn man. This guy's name is Micalo. They should not say that to him.
Yes.
He's more of a Micalo.
Oh, Messi, beautifully done. Some positive boots in there from Switzerland's most important in Granit Xhaka.
This Swiss team is really well versed defending. Just because they're man down, Argentina's having a hard time even keeping a hold of the ball.
Xhaka trying to bend it round the corner for Ndoye. Ramos doesn't have the physical capabilities to brush Romero away. The Swiss team who have been together so long now and under the structure is clear, the blueprint has been in place for a long time.
Yes, they most definitely all know what they're meant to do, what they want to do, what they need to do, how to lift each other up.
They are preparing a trio of changes by the looks of things, Switzerland. This is Paredes for Argentina. Paredes lifted it in, it's a beautiful ball. Deliciously finished off by Messi, as perhaps many anticipated it by. And that offside flag would have made sure there wasn't a spectacular rally regardless.
That was an off.
Quick ball movement, I think he is onside.
That was an off.
And Copeland is brilliant not to go to ground.
Didn't you beat
You
well?
would think that man would finish every time in that position.
We've seen it so many times, haven't we, through the years? Latest Argentinian changes, Montiel and Lautaro Martinez. And it was Lautaro Martinez's absolutely stupendous ball to deliver the cross for Enzo Fernandez's winner against Egypt in the round of
Speaking
16.
of Colina, are you daft? Bro, bring on attackers. What are you doing?
So he's mixing things up, he's getting the fresh legs on the pitch. And that is what Moriarty is going to do here as well for Switzerland.
Yes.
It's a trio of changes, so Ndoye and Rieger off. And it comes to the fifth man.
Called by the Phantoms. I like it. I like the
So game
Phantoms.
as well. So Switzerland's goal scorer amongst those who make way.
And Ndoye surprises me a little bit, but he also must be incredibly tired. Put in a tremendous shift.
Close your mind. It's up your ass, dumbass. Your brain. Ask me a stupid question. Did you say Micalo? Did you say
No
Micalo?
surprise that the Swiss changes perhaps have a defensive feel about them.
Yeah, defensive field, then Abdulli's going to go up front, and he's going to be the one that's going to try to expend all the energy and try to catch Argentina on a break.
Zachary, who at least for now is shooting into the midfield role, and he's pitched it back for Switzerland. Only ball really was Abdulli.
Sometimes you be saying the most dumb thing. What are you saying? What are you talking about? What am I
They've
saying?
also moved Zachary up on the right midfield. I assume that's for an outlet for the longer passes. Midfielders come on his right-hand side.
And England no closer to knowing who they are going to face in the World Cup semi-final. One of these two. Micalo for Argentina. Sandro Martinez. This is
No, Messi
Nico
wants to get that
Gonzalez.
live. This thing is funny.
Watched carefully by one of the new arrivals.
It's not like he's running. What's the...
So he's been around the block in the Swiss